Hey everybody, let's try this again because I just screwed up the video and had to start over. So wanted to do a quick update on this, my Chiappa Rhino 40DS. I was able to get over the range just really quick, just ran over on my lunch break because I got some conference calls and stuff coming up. So ran over there at lunch and just put 2 boxes of ammo through it. One of 130 grain 38 special, just Winchester standard loads. And then 1 box of 158 grain full 357 Magnum loads. I'll give you my impressions. I have a little bit of video, but I kind of want to reshoot the video. I had my cell phone there. I was just, like I said, I was on my lunch break, so I was just there by myself. I kind of set my iPhone up on the side, but it was kind of down low and angling up, so it wasn't really the best angle. I kept moving out of frame and stuff, so I'll put up what I can after this. In slow-mo so you can see the difference in muzzle climb, but it wasn't my best work, so I'll probably have to do it later with either somebody holding the camera or setting up a GoPro on a stand so it's parallel to the gun so you can see it doing this as opposed to looking at it from the bottom up. But it'll at least give you an idea. It was a pleasure to shoot. Right out of the box, the sights were almost dead on. I had to give it 2 clicks on the windage to bring it to the right. At 7 yards, we were talking like 3/4 of an inch to the left. So I just had to bring it over just a scooch. Double action trigger, great. Single action is sweet. The recoil with 130 grain 38 special, it felt like I was shooting a 22. It was like boom, boom. I could just rapid fire as fast as I want and it just stayed on target. Double taps were just unbelievably simple. Better than any other revolver. You know, if I have my little 38 special carry gun and I'm just carrying 38 specials, not even plus Ps, it jumps. I mean, it jumps a bit in your hand. Out of a heavier Ruger GP100, it stays on target more and it's soft shooting, but the muzzle does rise. And of course, with a 357, it's a big boom. It comes up. This thing with 357 Magnum loads, full 158 grain, which is usually about as heavy as you get without getting into the specialty niche brands for like Buffalo Bore, some of those things. Pretty much 158 grain, full jacketed hollow points in a full 357 load are going to be about as much recoil as you're going to get typically. The recoil and the muzzle climb on this was less than shooting 38 specials out of my GP100. It was that, the recoil was mitigated that much. 38 specials, it kind of did this. 30-57 Magnum kind of did that. Now you feel it because the recoil doesn't go away. It's how the energy is directed. There's no magic voodoo here that just cancels out Newton's third law of motion. It's all there. And because it's not really a heavy gun, despite how chunky it looks, this is almost all aluminum. It's very light. It all just comes straight back, right into the thick of your palm over a really nice wide, area. So yes, I've already done safety checks. And if you're sharp-eyed, you can actually look and see right there in the cylinder, there's nothing in there. I just got done cleaning it, so I know it's clean. But for the safety guys out there, go ahead, see. No bullets, no more bullets. In any case, it just comes straight back. It thumps you good. I mean, you're shooting a 357. There's no getting around that. The laws of physics are at work. But it's way more pleasant to shoot than the GP100. And the GP100 is a phenomenal pistol. Revolver. It shoots really nice. If I went and put rubber grips on this, it would mitigate it even more. The shock, that, because 357, some guns are like more of a mushy, heavy push, and some are more like a sharp, stingy crack. A 357 is more like that crack, whereas like a 45 ACP is more like the boom and a roll. A 357's got that sharp crack to it, and so going through metal, through hard wood, you feel that. Like I said, there's no getting around it, but it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt your hands. But I would imagine with a set of rubber grips, it won't transmit that recoil through it. You're going to feel the force coming back, but that crack, that pressure wave, that impulse that travels through all these hard surfaces very easily, that goes right into your hand, would be cushioned right there by the rubber grip. I love the way these look, but I may try the rubber grip just to see how they feel. But I was able to put 50 rounds of 357, no biggie. Followed up with the 38s. Of course, 38s was nothing. I mean, it literally was just like shooting a 22. When you shoot a 22 that has like a slide on it, that slide coming back has more recoil than the 22 round itself. That's about what this felt like. It was crazy cool. Accuracy was great. Even double taps with whatchamacallit, with 357, so much easier to do than on a conventional revolver. Having that bullet come out down here so it goes straight into your hand as opposed to here and tipping it up, that getting it back on target, it cuts your double tap times into a fraction. And it's more accurate because you're not going so far off target. It's kind of jumping around a little bit, but it's always basically staying on target. It's impressive. It's a really impressive gun. No malfunctions, not that you'd expect them on a $1,000 revolver, but I did feel a couple times if I let my thumb creep up, I felt the heat. And what's cool, and I didn't notice this yesterday, if you look, there's this machined piece which is catching all of the gases. Now there's gases coming out of the side because I don't know if you're not going to catch it on the camera. Oh, maybe right there. See how there's that tiny bit of gap in between the cylinder right up in there? That exists on all revolvers. You can't have metal on metal contact. There's got to be a small gap. Some of that hot gas will shoot out the side. The stuff shooting out the bottom hits in there and kind of curls around and it forces it out the side. So I don't know, that seems to be helping a little bit. I did get my thumb up fairly close and I had some brown marks on my thumb, but it didn't really burn me. And it just reminded me, curl the thumb in. That's all you got to do. Instead of sticking the thumb out, just curl it over your other thumb and then you don't even feel it. So I'll see what video I have that's okay, and I'll throw a couple slow-mo clips on after this, and I'll label them what caliber it is I'm shooting. I'll do one with a 38, one with a 357. But for its first outing, bravo. Really, really nice. And it's very cool, and I've got an outside the waistband Kydex holster that I will be able to carry this, and this may become my carry gun sometimes, not all the times, but I've got smaller guns, maybe a little bit better suited, but I may carry that just for the hell of it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Check out the little bit of video. Again, don't expect too much. I want to set the bar low here because I didn't have my GoPro set up at 4K and at the right angle and all that stuff. I'll do that next time. I'll bring a stand or a clamp and put my GoPro up there and we'll get some better footage. But at least I'll give you an idea and let you know that, did it live up to the hype? Did it shoot the way I was hoping it would? Yeah, it did. I'm very happy with this purchase. This is going to be in my collection for a long time. Some guns I get, and it's a Glock, it's this, it's a Beretta, and they're real nice guns. And you're like, but after a while you're like, is it really any better than the other gun? You get bored. There's some that you have, and you're just like, this is staying. This is a long-termer. My Springfield 1911 that I bought years and years ago, sold it to my buddy Joe. When Joe passed, his family gave that back to me. Which I really appreciated. That ain't going anywhere. That's the level this is on. You know what I mean? As far as guns I want to keep. Now that one's for sentimental value. It's also a really nice Springfield 1911. But there's certain guns that, I'm keeping. They ain't going anywhere. I don't care if the laws change. It's going to get lost in a boating accident. There's certain ones that are going to stay in my collection. And this one made the cut. There's not a lot of guns I can say that made that cut. I've had 400 maybe or so, give or take, guns over the years, over the last 25 years. And there's very few that I would say, yeah, this one is a long-term keeper. This one is. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Get back to your stuff. I got a call to get into, so we'll talk to you guys later.
Where is it?